It's a worksheet for this autonomy practice or homework or something.
Is you recording it now? Tomorrow? You gonna be on camera doing
Will you change your seat right now?
okay, okay, that was him doing it. I said that's what he was doing on camera.
Really?
I think
You had that face. Gotta do your homework. Gotta do your homework. Excuse me. I'm seeing some still off, guys. Are you find it?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna believe it. Did your dog eat it? Oh, okay.
Have you graded our quizzes for us?
I have, but we're not gonna discuss them today. We will discuss them tomorrow or Monday, depending on the situation they are in Infinite Campus. No, they're not all bad.
I don't want to discuss. No.
Well, let's don't discuss it now. We'll discuss it later.
Did you say they are in Infinite Campus?
There were some that were good, but there were some that were bad. Rashanae, you weren't proud of your homework?
Ma'am?
You weren't proud of your homework?
Did you put your name? I just go agree.
Some of us are still not multiplying right, guys. And I can tell by just glancing at your paper that you're not multiplying, okay? So really pay attention when we go over it. Let's make sure we get it going. Fonte. I just, I'm a 10. But if I wrote off, something's off. Okay, well, that's really not getting mine. Don't, because it's going to give you a zero for every time, okay? All right. Anybody want to try?
Isn't it subtracting?
We're gonna find the area and then we're gonna subtract. Do you want to try? You're gonna multiply first. You don't want to, why don't you go and we'll help you? Mr. McCall, what you doing?
We're talking about this problem.
Okay.
Draw boxes.
Draw boxes. We're gonna draw 2 rectangles, right?
That's right.
Uh-huh. Alright, so what is the width and the length of the first lot?
The width is 2x plus 5, and the length is 3x minus 7.
Does it matter where we put either of those measurements?
Don't matter because it is a box. What is a square?
And we should have started by reading, shouldn't we? You're given two lots that are beside each other. Lot A has a width of 2x plus 5 and a length of 3x minus 7. And lot B has a width of 5x minus 6 and a length of 3x plus 4. It says, how much larger is lot A than lot B? Now, when we talk about lot A's size, we always talk about its what? Area. So we need to first find the area of lot A and lot B. How are we going to find area? Multiply what?
Length times width.
Length times the width. So we're going to multiply length times width. How are we going to do that?
We're on the
Distributed property or
box.
box method or George. Whichever way you want to do it. George, remember, is the one with the lines and you end up in the face?
So it's gonna be like this.
Like this.
This will be like this.
Oh, yes. 3x minus, yeah, you're doing good. George, just put the little line. Hey, what method do you want to use? Just use. All right, so you're going to say 3x.
Start on.
Yeah, keep going. You're doing good. That's the right way to do it. How you doing, Ethan? You thinking about it?
I don't know what to do.
Well, let's start by picking up the pencil. That would help. It works same way. Same way. Y'all agree with her? She has 6x squared plus 15x minus 14x minus 35. Now, if I was just checking homework real quick, I wasn't examining a lot. However, I was seeing a lot of 6x's instead of 6x squared. What do we got to do? When we're multiplying, what do we have to do to those exponents? We have to add them. X times x is x squared. Now we're going to combine like terms, right? Who are our like terms?
15x and negative 14x.
15 and 14 give us what?
1.
1. So we have 6x squared plus 1x minus 35. Yes, sir.
So we take the terms out of the first expression and multiply them both by the second one?
Yes, sir.
Oh, see, I thought we did the first term and multiplied both.
All right, now we're going to do the same thing for lot B.
That's right.
Doing the same thing for lot B to find lot B's area. Y'all agree?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, now we're almost through. It says, how much larger is lot A than lot B? How do we determine larger?
We subtract.
What order are we going to subtract?
6x. Oh,
It says, how much larger is lot A than B? So who is the largest?
Like
15.
Lot A. So we're going to say lot A subtract lot B. So we're going to say 6x squared plus x minus 35. Put it right. And we're going to subtract lot B's area. Now, what's the thing that we have to remember when we're subtracting?
You can only
Yeah,
subtract
distribute
the
that.
one with the same sign.
You can only subtract the ones with the same exponents like terms. And what'd you say?
Yeah, distribute the negatives.
You have to distribute the negatives. So we're gonna say 6x squared plus x minus 35 minus parentheses and put your second one. Okay, so just distribute that negative. Change that subtraction sign to a plus sign. There you go. Combine your like terms.
So do you if the distributive sign is in between the two expressions, do we distribute, I mean, if the division, well, the subtraction sign in between the two expressions, we distribute to
Yeah.
that one too?
Everything behind it becomes
Oh,
the
so-
opposite.
So with that subtraction sign, addition.
If you want to put it there. I know you're nervous at the board, so 6 minus 15 is 9.
Oh,
I would have made the same mistake. Yeah, do it. Negative 11. I subtract right because I'm running ducks up there, y'all, okay? Good job. Anybody have a question?
That took a long time.
That did take a long time.
I need to write on something.
I know you need to write all that down. Shamar, you got a question, Sunshine?
No, ma'am.
I should have been writing that down for you. That would have been the thing to do with it. Okay, what we're going to do today, after we go over our homeworks, we're going to do a task. Okay, remember how we did a task a few days ago? Well, it's been a couple of weeks ago. But what we're going to do, we're going to be talking about finding area and perimeter and that kind of stuff of some lots at a campground. Now, this task is based on our standards that I've been hitting with you for focuses that we haven't really done in class. And I have it over here written for us today. What's our big idea? It's way over here, because I've got something for you. Polynomials. Now, above the standard says perform arithmetic operations on polynomials. What does that mean? Anybody have an idea? Well, we don't solve them because they don't have an equation. We simplify them. We just did 3 operations on polynomials. What did we do? We multiplied, and we subtracted. Okay, so polynomials are just those binomials and trinomials that we've been talking about. And we are going to be adding, subtracting, multiplying, and later on in the year we're going to factor, which is what's division. Now, our standard is a little bit out there, but it says MCC 9-12-.A.ABR.1, and it says that understand that polynomials are closed under addition, subtraction, and multiplication. Now, that word closed is a new word for y'all. And it basically says this. If I have 2 polynomials, do I have 2 polynomials right here?
Yes.
This one's a binomial. Why do we call it a binomial?
Because it has two.
Because it has 2 terms. And this one's a what? A binomial, and it has 2 terms. If we multiply those 2 polynomials, we get a trinomial, but it's also a polynomial. I had 2 what? What do we call these? Trinomials. And we subtracted them, and we got a trinomial. Closed means that if I'm adding or subtracting or multiplying, and I had 2 polynomials, when I get through, I still have a polynomial. That's what closed means. That's what our standard is. Now, we're supposed to be operating with them, which is what we're doing. We're adding, subtracting, multiplying. But when we get through, we still have a polynomial. Okay? Everybody all right? Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to do a task. And while we're doing that task, we ought to be able to operate with polynomials. And not only operate with them, but when we read it, we ought to be able to say, okay, I started with a polynomial, I got a polynomial, so keep that in mind. Does anybody have questions?